Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rise and Shine. Ready or not, let's do this. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City. This is a ridiculously early morning webinar to get your day started off right, whether or not you're ready for it or not. Here, I share a little bit of mindset, some business sense to help you with your small business, whether it's online or off, whether you're a network marketer in MLM or you have a brick and mortar small business. This webinar is for you. If you are a newbie, a seasoned veteran in the industry, or somewhere in between, there's always something for everyone. Welcome. Hope you are doing well today. And on this, leave a comment below and tell me where you're from. I'm here in New York, and it's really brisk and cold this morning. We are really experiencing the cold weather. And last night I heard about snow. I know there are people here in the States that have experienced already snow, like I think in Colorado and those states over there. And I'm sure we're going to get some of that coming here, but in the form of rain. But leave a comment below, tell me where you're from in the chat, and just so I'd like to get to know you guys better. So let's recap a little bit from yesterday. Let's do a little bit of review. And I spoke about managing the discipline of priorities. And what I spoke about is that time is a very precious commodity. We have to guard it very, very well. We have to guard it wisely and really guard it, because when you lose time, you can never recuperate it. And priorities and how we define them will help us make the best use of our time. Okay? And it's best to live life according to our priorities. In fact, I gave you an affirmation that John Maxwell says, is that every day I will live my life according to my priorities. And how can you do that? How can you live your life according to your priorities? There are 5 ways to do that. The first one is to evaluate your priorities. The second one is to plan your time carefully. The third is to follow through on your plan. The fourth is to delegate whenever possible. And the fifth is to invest in the right people daily. So if you want to find out more about what I just recapped, I will leave the link below to yesterday's webinar so you can watch that, which was a very good webinar, very jam-packed with information. There are some important stuff when you are working with your priorities, and you have to reflect on them. I had spoken about that your priorities do shift daily, and evaluating and reevaluating your priorities is a daily process. And you should also reflect on your priorities. Are these priorities important? Are these priorities going to be what's going to move me forward in my life? Because sometimes your priorities could be can't be so productive. Sometimes there are priorities that you have that are not as productive as you think they are. So it's always good to sit down and reflect on what your priorities are and if they're going to get you to where you want to go. In these days, we live in a world that is information-packed, and sometimes you're just running at breakneck speed and you don't have time to stop and think and literally smell the roses. And that is something that's extremely important, is to, at least I heard somewhere or read somewhere, it's good to sit in silence for at least 10 minutes so that you can hear yourself think. You know, even though you have to like go into the bathroom and close the door, and just sit for 10 minutes in silence so that you can start thinking is a good thing to do, and will help you in reflecting on your priorities. Okay, John Maxwell has a great quote, and I actually put this on my Instagram last night. Let me read it to you. It says, if you want to increase your focus and become effective on a level that you've never imagined or that you've never experienced before, then make a decision to prioritize your life and manage the disciplines of priorities every day. Let me read it to you again. If you want to increase your focus and become effective on a level you've never experienced before, then make a decision to prioritize your life and manage the discipline of priorities every day. This is by John C. Maxwell. So it's important to reflect on your priorities if they're taking you in a direction you want to go. And consistently reevaluate your priorities day in and day out. That is what leads to growth, and that is what leads to progress. Another thing is to be always focused on improvement. I personally believe that as human beings, we are endowed with multiple gifts and talents. Each of us has a different potential. There's not one better than the other. I don't think that at all. I think we are all equal. We are all given gifts, and it's dependent on ourselves how we get them developed and how we bring them forth to contribute to the world. And so it's important to be consistently focused on continual improvement. You say you are studying and you want to become a doctor, and you achieve that goal of becoming a doctor. Now, you don't just stay there and say, okay, that's it, I'm a doctor, woohoo, that's it. Well, doctors are continuously improving. They're always studying, they're always learning their profession, how they can better serve people. They're always reading books, and they have to always keep their license updated. And they do really well. People who are like brain surgeons and things like that, even people who are chiropractors. I remember working for a chiropractor who, you know, he was always learning and learning these new techniques and new ways to adjust people. And he got into vitamins and knowing which vitamins work best for you. It's a continual progress. And the same applies to you as an entrepreneur. Now, when I got into the home-based business arena and I got into network marketing and I became an entrepreneur, I didn't know what to do. I was just learning. And so my upline at the time had taught us 3 important things. He said, well, okay, as you're starting out in your own new business as an entrepreneur, there are 3 things I want you to remember. First of all, you need to get some exercise. Exercise is extremely important. And you're probably wondering, well, why exercise? Well, exercise helps bring oxygen to your brain, which helps you to think. A lot of people like to start off their day with a good amount of exercise because, first of all, it gives you energy for the day. It gets your heart pumping and blood running to all parts of your body, including your brain. And it's just good for you. We need movement. We need movement. We need to breathe in fresh air and have it circulate through our system. So exercise is extremely good for you. The second thing he talked about was personal development, always looking for self-growth, improvement, learning what you need to learn, studying, continual studying. That is also very important every day, is some personal development, self-improvement, and you can get that through reading good books, also reading books on your industry and marketing, and just learning everything that you can learn about your industry so that you can give it your best and give it your all. And the third thing he spoke about was spiritual development, emotional development, but mostly spiritual development. I don't know if you have a certain faith or not, but getting connected with your creator, or for you, whatever it is, getting connected with the universe, but just getting connected and being grateful and being thankful for each day that you have, because it's always a new opportunity to start brand new. So those are the 3 things that you need to focus on. In the areas of continuing to improve yourself, I know top earners that are always seeking out coaching, always learning learning what's new in the industry, how they can always improve, how can they always help people. The people who earn like 6 figures and 7 figures are always investing in themselves first. When you invest in yourself first, you can invest in others. They don't think twice about paying $10,000 for coaching or $20,000 for a course. And the same should be for you, and the same should be for me. I invest a lot in events, and not only events, company events, but events where I get to network with other people, but I also get to learn how to continually improve myself so that I can improve the industry that I'm in, I can improve my business, and I can help you also come into success. So focused on improvement is something very important that you always need to think about as you are evaluating your priorities every single day. Okay, let me talk about I found this great approach reading John Maxwell's book. And if you're here for the first time, this is the book that I've been referring to and using here in our morning webinars. It's by John C. Maxwell, and it's called Today Matters. 12 daily practices to guarantee tomorrow's success. And the great thing about this book is that at the end of every chapter, there are questions that you can answer. So it's like you read the chapter and right away you must apply the principles that he teaches you at the end of the chapter. So here's an example here. You can see, and they have like little lines where he asks you questions, and then you respond to those questions and you write down your notes there. And so this is designed like a little workbook that you can carry along with you and study and learn how to continually apply what you learn here. So that's a productive book to help you improve on yourself. Okay. And in this book, he talks about a daily approach. No, actually, it's a priority approach, talking about priorities, to going after a major goal that you currently have. So we all have goals, even if it's just to get more organized and have an agenda that you can follow. Everyone has goals to do this, goals to visit a country, goals. Everybody has goals. And whatever goal you have, there is a priority approach to going after major goals. Like there are people who have major goals where they want to be financially free in a certain amount of years, in 2 to 5 years. Or they have maybe even 90 days to be in a better place than they are right now. I have a goal to hit a new level in my platform, in my company. So, and I'm working towards that goal. So here is the following pattern that you can use to hit a major goal, any major goal that you currently have. Prioritize. And we just spoke about priorities. Know what is important. So when you are prioritizing, you have to sit down and reflect and look at a priority that you have and say, is this important? Is this going to get me to where I need to go? For example, say that one of your priorities, one of my priorities is to have this morning webinar. It's a good priority because when you are on YouTube, you increase your visibility. And when you rank your video correctly, it gets more eyeballs to it. And video is a great marketing strategy because people get to know you quicker. And if you're putting out valuable content, they will get to know you even better and like you and trust you. And then when you start to put out your teaching, they're more likely to follow you. Or if you recommend a product that is the same, they will most likely purchase it. But video marketing is great for your brand if you're doing video marketing. And I know it's great for my brand. So I know that that's a priority. That's a good priority. And I'm going to keep doing that every weekday morning at 7:15 a.m. Say there's this other priority. What's another good priority? Well, exercise is a good priority, as I already explained prior. It's good for you. What could be a priority that might be, okay, say you watch a certain show in the morning, you have to watch, I don't know, one of those good morning shows, but then you say, I have to watch that show because I learned from it, yada, 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 yada. And you make that a priority every morning, but you realize when you sit down and start to think about that priority is that after that show, you end up watching an additional 3 hours of TV and you don't get anything done on your to-do list. So then you have to reevaluate and think, is that priority of watching that morning show going to get me where I need to go? Probably not. About a year ago, my husband and I decided to get rid of the TV and get rid of the cable and only have internet. And of course you have YouTube and all that stuff, but that has made us more focused in reaching our goals. So that is an example of evaluating a priority to see if it's going to get you to where you need to go. And if you realize after reflecting on it that it's not going to get you to where you need to go, then you have to eliminate that so that you can focus on things that will help you reach your goals. Okay? Organize. That's the next step in going after a major goal. Decide how it will be done. How are you going to reach that major goal? You want to reach that major goal of hitting a new level. How is it going to be done? Well, you can do morning webinars. You can also create amazing content. You can also get on the social media and connect with people and network with people. I was on a training yesterday about Instagram. Instagram is highly responsive. It's a highly responsive beast that when you do it correctly, it can explode your business online. And if you're interested about Instagram, I'll leave more information below in the description section. But that's an example. I can say, well, I want to hit a new level in 90 days. I want to hit a new level in 90 days, and I'm going to do it by posting productively on Instagram. And so I have a blueprint of how I'm going to do that, of the content I'm going to put forth, of the projects that I have that I'm working on currently to get me to a new level in 90 days. So that is organized. Decide how it will be done. And don't feel bad about writing things down. These days, because of the amount of information out there, it's easily to get distracted. So it's important to write things down and have a blueprint and be able to constantly refer to that. And also so that you can review and see what worked and what did not work and how you can consistently improve. So that's organize. Plan. That's the third thing. Decide when you will do it, all right? So if you want to hit a new level in 90 days and you know that you're going to do it through webinars, through social media, then you can plan out and schedule your time carefully. Each day you dedicate an hour for your webinar. You dedicate maybe 2 hours to create content and then another hour to get on to social media and start to connect and share your content. You get what I'm trying to tell you. Plan and decide when you will do it. And the key is to keep on doing it, to be consistent and not get tired when you don't see any results. See the fortune, and the fortune is in the Monday, where you're doing stuff day in and day out, where you're getting up at wee hours of the morning, even though your body's like saying, hit the snooze button, but you have to get out of bed. And I'll share with you 5 things that you can do to become a better morning person in just a moment. But plan and decide when you will do it. Do it now. There's no other moment to do it than to do it now, and just do it. Even when you feel like, I don't know what in the world I'm doing, just do it. And as you keep doing things, you're going to learn and you're going to grow and you're going to meet people and you're going to meet leaders that when they see that you're plugging away, they're going to give you a hand and they're going to tell you, do it this way. This is the best way to do it. So just plan, decide when you will do it, and do it. Communicate. Share your priorities with your team. And if you don't have a team yet, do your webinar and share your priorities online. And when you put it out there, you're more likely to do it, okay? Share your priorities. Execute. Follow through on your plan, all right? Enough said. And evaluate. Examine yourself and your results in light of your priorities. So this is the priority approach to going after a major goal. You need to prioritize to know what is important. You need to organize and decide how it will be done. You need to plan, decide when you will do it. You need to communicate, share your priorities with your team, or you can write it down in a journal, in your agenda, state it into the social media sphere or in your little part of the internet, whether it be a blog or not. And when you state it, or even if you don't feel like, if you're not comfortable doing that yet, just state it every single day. You say it to the universe. And the more you say it, the more you bring the stuff to you. It's pretty powerful stuff. which to some may seem woo-woo, but no, it's powerful stuff when you state your intentions every single day of what you're going to do, okay? Execute. Follow through on your plan. Even though when there are days that you feel nothing is going on, that you feel that you're not making progress, execute on your plan and do it day in and day out because you're creating momentum. And evaluate. Examine yourself and your results in light of your priorities. That is the day in and day out examination of, are the priorities that I have leading me to where I want to go? Okay, that is the priority approach to going after any major goal. Now, let me tell you about 5 minutes to becoming a better morning person. Now, if you're starting to know me, I'm not much of a morning person. You know, I am guilty of hitting the snooze button one too many times, and it's hard for me to get out of bed, especially now that the weather is colder. You know, I'm actually have a blanket on my lap because my computer is right by the window, and there's an air conditioning there, so the cold air is coming in, but the heater is on, so thank God for that. But there are 5 minutes or 5 ways that you can do in 5 minutes to become a better morning person. And I'm going to share that with you right now. And the first step to becoming a better morning person is to set your intentions before going to bed. If you say to yourself that I'm excited to get up the next morning because I have all this great, amazing content that I want to create and turn into videos and blog posts and posts to put on social media, if you say that, that's the last thing you say before going to bed, you're going to wake up and it's more likely that you will get up because you know that your intention is to create great content, to make great videos, great blog posts, and posts across social media. But if you state before, or you have this thought before you go to bed that, oh my God, I can't believe I have to get up tomorrow morning and go to work. I really hate my job. And you know, oh my God, it's so cold and freezing. That is what you wake up to the next morning. You wake up with a feeling of dread. You don't want to get up. You hit the snooze button multiple times. It makes it difficult to get up. So think about your intentions for the next day and make sure there are positive intentions, because that will make you excited to get up the next morning. It's sort of like Christmas. You know, children know that on Christmas Day they get to open all these great presents. So their intention before they go to bed is that they're going to get up as early as possible so they can run downstairs and open all the gifts and see what they got for Christmas. You have to approach your next day in that mindset, in that mentality. Get excited for the next day and set your intentions that way. Step number 2, to move the alarm clock across the room. And what's the purpose of doing that? Well, when you move your alarm clock across the room, it's not so easy to snooze it and turn it off. It'll force you to get out of bed to turn off the alarm clock. And once you get out of bed, you might as well start your day. I know that a couple of years ago, a student at MIT had designed an alarm clock with wheels that the moment it went off, it made it difficult for you to snooze it shut because it would move and get out of your way and fall off the night tables. So she got an award for that invention because, face it, that's a great invention, you know, because it serves the needs of so many people who have trouble getting up in the morning. So move your alarm clock across the room. If you're really bad, move it to another room of the house. Here's one that I'm going to try is I'm going to move it to the bathroom so that I can go into the bathroom, and once I turn it off, then I can wash my face and brush my teeth and start my day. That moves us to step number 3, is to brush your teeth. When you brush your teeth and you wash your face, that helps you wake up. Even splashing cold water on your face, it's good to wake you up and just get you into your bearings. I think it was a composer. Well, speaking of cold water, there are people who take really cold showers to help them wake up and start thinking and start to brainstorm for the day. They'll start the shower warm and then switch to cold to just get them moving. And I said the composer Ludwig van Beethoven, For him to help him start thinking and creating music, he would pour really cold water over his head. So he perhaps did that when he got up in the morning as well. I wouldn't be surprised that he did that. So that is part of step 3, brush your teeth. Give time for your body to wake up, because I know when you get up in the morning, it's a process to get up and start moving and start your day. Step number 4, drink a full glass of water. When you've slept for 6 or 8 hours, or how many hours you have slept, your body can become a little bit dehydrated. So the first thing that your body craves is a full glass of water. And I have some water here. Let me take some right now. I've been talking. Good. So drink a full glass of water. It helps in your body becoming hydrated, and that also helps in waking you up. A lot of people, I've heard of people who are really coffee addicts, and my husband and I used to be coffee addicts, which would mean that the first thing we drank in the morning was a cup of coffee. The first thing that you drink every morning should be a tall glass of water, because that helps in hydrating your body and starting your day off right. Coffee actually, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll have to get back to you on that. I think it dehydrates your body. But I know coffee is a wonderful thing. It smells wonderful. I agree. And I'm now thinking, when we lived in Jackson Heights, around the corner from where we used to live in Jackson Heights, there was a Colombian bakery that made amazing coffee, and they made amazing almojábanas. And if you're Colombian, you know what I'm talking about. There are these soft pieces of bread there's cheese inside or butter, and it's, oh my God. And when you buy your coffee and you buy your almojábana and it's nice and warm and you bite into that, oh, it's so good. Okay, I digress. But you get what I mean. Before you have your cup of joe and your breakfast, drink a tall glass of water. And if you can, put in some lemon into it, because that helps get your body started off right, okay, and starting your morning off right. And step number 5, get dressed in your workout clothes. So the author who wrote this article said that there are people who like to jump in the shower before they start their day. In his thought, in his mind, he feels that you have to earn your shower by having a good workout, by breaking a little bit of a sweat, and get your body moving. And then you can reward yourself with a shower. So getting into your workout clothes also helps with getting started with your morning. Now, what is the benefits of being an early bird and catching the worm? Well, getting up before everyone, you have some time to think and plan out your day. You also get to create some content and maybe get that task out of the way so that you can have the rest of the day to do other things that you'd like to do, like shoot videos or connect on social media. I see the benefit to getting up in the morning, even though it's a challenge, it's a constant challenge. And I'm going to practice these 5 minutes to becoming a better morning person. Let me recap for you. Set your intentions before bed. This goes with planning your day carefully so that you can put in time to set your intentions before bed. When you set positive intentions and you make yourself excited to get up the next morning, it's going to make it easier to get up next morning in the early wee hours of the morning. Move your alarm clock across the room. Enough said. If you are guilty of hitting the snooze button one too many times, move your alarm clock across the room so that you're forced to get out of bed to turn it off. In fact, if you are guilty of getting out of bed and turning it off and going back to bed, move it to another room of the house. I say the bathroom, so that when you go into the bathroom to turn off your alarm, the sink is there, you can brush your teeth, you can splash cold water on your face, and that helps with waking up. Step number 3 is to brush your teeth, because since you moved your alarm clock into the bathroom, and you came into the bathroom to turn it off, you can do your thing. You can wash your face and brush your teeth, and that helps loads in waking you up so you can start your day. Number 4, drink a full glass of water, and if you can, put some lemon in that water, and that helps to hydrate your body and helps it wake up more. Do it even though you love your coffee, and I know, coffee is really, really indispensable, but try it. Drink a glass of water before, a full glass of water, and see how that helps you in waking up and starting your day. And step number 5, get dressed in your workout clothes so that you're motivated to exercise, or even if it's just to walk your dog. Get dressed in your workout clothes and break a sweat, because as I stated earlier, getting some exercise in is good for your body, good for your mind. It helps you with your creativity. It helps you with movement. It's just, we are meant to be moving. Our bodies are meant to move. And the more you move, the better you keep it running like a well-oiled machine. Okay. So what are some major goals that you want to hit today? Remember to plan your day out carefully so that you hit those major goals. Some of my major goals today is to get some videos in and publish some videos. So that is what I'm going to do today. I hope that you enjoyed your time here with me today. If you did, leave me a comment below on what did you like about this Hangout. And also let me know what you'd like me to talk about. I'd be more than glad to review your thoughts and create future webinars based on that. Also, you can find me on my blog, minagpolikibai.com. If you're interested in Instagram and how Instagram can help amp your business online, I will leave all that information down below in the description bar. I wish you a great, amazing Thursday. Remember to go out there and just keep working, because you are great. You have this amazing potential in you to be an amazing person and to hit it out of the ballpark. Have an amazing day, folks. Till tomorrow, this is Mina of Rise and Shine, Ready or Not. Let's do this. Cheers. Bye.